Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse getting started right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right on the dot as usual. Lawrence, good morning. Welcome back. Good morning, market snipers. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. Good afternoon, whatever time zone it is. We're going to get going. First 15, 30 minutes, we're going to go through the charts very quickly. And then in the second half of the live stream, just put in your comments for any questions you might have or any assets you want me to take a look at. Just make sure to put in all the details over there. The ticker symbol, crypto, is it stock? Are you long? Are you short? Are you thinking about it? Whatever the case may be, just put all the details in there and then we'll take a look at it together. With that, Bitcoin remains ultra bullish, right? On the daily chart, and Ethereum does as well. So we're gonna take a look at all of that, and we got some other ones, other charts we want to take a look at, like Ethereum versus Bitcoin daily chart, Cardano versus Bitcoin daily chart. So we're gonna take a look at all those. We'll take a look at the Nasdaq, pretty much flat today, down 0.28%, still below $18,000. So we'll take a look at it. Ollie, good morning, welcome back. So let's kick it off with Bitcoin. Still ultra bullish on the daily chart, right? And if you look at the weekly chart over here, it's ultra bullish on the weekly chart. It's pumping hard, right? 52,300, up another 1% today. Ethereum's up 2%, so you can already see that. Ethereum has a pending buy signal on the Ethereum versus Bitcoin dominance. So we'll look at that as well. Devin, BTC seems in resistance at 52K and ETH turns to be stronger. Gert, Jan, hi there, welcome back. Yeah, we're looking at all that right now, Devin. So, Bitcoin's still ultra bullish right now. And so let's put on these targets that we had. It's actually through longer term target 4, right? So longer term target 4, the main resistance for me was at about 48,600. Doesn't mean it couldn't just, go through correction and crash from here. It's always possible, but it's ultra bullish on the weekly chart. It's ultra bullish on the daily chart. And the main resistance that I had at the very bottom of this move, below $18,000, right around that $16,800, we had these longer term targets drawn out. And so this is the fourth major long-term target, and it's broken through that, right? So that's the main resistance that we've been talking about for over a year, even before that, right? So more than a year we've been talking about it, and it's currently through it. So what you want to see is, like, once it breaks through resistance, find support, possibly consolidate, kind of let the trending dots catch up, and continue on upward after that, right? So that's the weekly chart. Daily chart is bullish, ultra bullish, and I added this fifth target on here, and it's up around that $60,000, right? So fifth target has been added. We'll continue to watch it, and the monthly chart is bullish, right? It's not ultra bullish yet, but we talked about it on the live stream yesterday. Once it went ultra bullish, then there was 6 consecutive ultra bullish months on Bitcoin. And then we even compared it to Abercrombie and Fitch. And Abercrombie and Fitch yesterday, we're showing that could Bitcoin be on this candle here? Hasn't even broken out past the former all-time high yet, right? So we talked about this yesterday. And even ANF went 7 months in a row, and it's hit 3 targets to the upside beyond the former all-time high. So that's what we're continuing watching right now, is that Bitcoin could be flipping ultra bullish in the near future. If so, I think it's just a matter of maybe a month or two that price takes out this all-time high similar to ANF. And if it does, you can see I put on this fractal here that in the next 6 to 7 months, it's possible it comes all the way back up and hits target 1. Now, in the past cycles, we've seen bigger corrections prior to the halving, and it did correct 21%. So is that it? Was that it for the correction? It's possible it consolidates. Another option would be like similar to NVIDIA, where it goes ultra bullish, takes out the former all-time high, right? Comes up into ANF target 1, consolidates for a few months, and then breaks out again after that. So whereas ANF just went straight up, NVIDIA consolidated at target 1 and then continued straight up after that. So they're all going to be a little bit different, but there are a lot of similarities. And so that's what we're going to continue to watch is, will Bitcoin flip ultra bullish in the near future on the monthly chart? If so, will price take out the former all-time high over there? And if it does, are we going to see it hit ANF target 1, which Bitcoin would be at $100,000, right? So the next target, the fifth target, is up here at 60,000. And of course, if it's taking out the all-time high, should see some prices really fly after that. So we'll take it level by level, step by step. The halving is right around the corner, about 2 months from now. It's projected to be about 2 months from now. And then I put this out here like this because in the previous cycles, and I posted on the Twitter X app over there so you can take a look at it and search for Jesse Olson Bitcoin, right? You can search on Twitter X app or Market Cypher Pro Bitcoin, and you can see that the charts. So it was 22 months from the monthly buy signal to the top on one cycle. And then there is 21 months from the buy signal to the top on a second cycle. And then this would be about 20 months, right? So I just did 22, 21, 20 months, kind of all lined up. Whether it works out that way or not, remains to be seen. We don't know. It's just another crazy idea over here. So it's possible we see it some sort of top, June 2025 or earlier, right? So I just put it out a window like that. There's several reasons why, if we start to see, whether it's, August 2024, September 2024, the end of 2024, or into early 2025, kind of lines up with several other reasons. So we'll continue to watch it, but the monthly chart is really bullish, and it could flip ultra bullish in the near future. So that's Bitcoin. We talked about it yesterday, covered it again. Let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum's ultra bullish on the daily chart. This is that last breakout here, buy signal, and then came up and hit longer term target 3. So Bitcoin is above longer term target 4. If Ethereum also hits longer term target 4, price would be up at $3,400 something dollars, right? Ish. Again, Bitcoin is above it. So that's the potential of it. We switch over to Ethereum versus Bitcoin. I want to show you that one. It was a pending buy signal earlier today, and I posted that on the Twitter X app and Discord, I believe. So the reversal candle, this could be a low, this could be a higher low, reversal candle, and then it looks like it's breaking on this downward trend line on Ethereum versus Bitcoin dominance. And it was a pending buy signal, right? So Ethereum versus BTC is up 0.91% and could finish the day with a buy signal, signaling that Ethereum could be gaining momentum faster than Bitcoin in the near future, right? Another one is Cardano versus Bitcoin, right? Had that buy signal back here in December, pumped up, came back down, went through a nice consolidation, still consolidating. And if it closes back above the trending dots, then we might start to see a pending buy signal. Then we might just start to see price starting to get on ADA versus Bitcoin back above the downward trend line. So I put the arrow out over here. So it's possible that we see that maybe Ethereum kind of leads the way, and then ADA versus BTC after that. Javier, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Help me, help you, help me. And we'll we'll keep going here. That's ADA versus BTC, but I just want to kind of show those two things that kind of popped out at me today. Solana still bullish on the daily chart. DOT still bullish on the daily chart, right? Had that breakout there. Maybe it's just lagging time-wise on the chart, but had that breakout there. Still bullish on the daily chart. Cardano, bullish on the daily chart, right? Sand, a lot of these are still bullish on the weekly chart, with the weekly chart as well. Sand is still bullish. Near, Mana, Chainlink, Matic, you get the point, right? So Matic, let's switch gears. MicroStrategy up, still ultra bullish over there on MicroStrategy. Kind of flat today at 0.3%, but still up overall. Switching gears to the NASDAQ, pretty much flat. It's only up 0.24%, down 0.24%. We'll get it figured out. But as an awareness, right, we had bearish divergence. We still have bearish divergence, and then it was starting to break back down. This possibly could be putting in a lower high, right? Could possibly put in a lower high. We had an RSI sell signal, so it could start its correction in the near future. Just something to be aware of over there. And so we'll kind of draw it out like that, but it's still in an uptrend, still above the trending dots, still bullish on the daily chart, etc., etc. Lawrence, please, sir, check BNB, BTC. I'm long-term. Okay, yeah, we can take a look at that in the second half. Aldo, oops, I'm late, playing catch up. Yep, you're late. Better late than never, though. Per 06, hello, could you take a look at WBD stock, Warner Brothers, looking for a medium term? Sure, you got it, per 06. Thanks for putting in all the details. I appreciate that. Helps me with the search. So we'll circle back on the requests. NASDAQ still holding. SP 500, similar thoughts. Dow Jones, similar thoughts. I put out the targets just because there was some candle closes and a pending sell signal on Tuesday, February 13th, but it did not close with the sell signal, and now it's going to pump back up. So it's possible it puts in a lower high, and it's already got an RSI sell signal. So we will see if it turns out to have a sell signal or not. On the Dow Jones, Russell 2000, right? Had a high, had a lower high, reverse candle, but it's pumping back up, back above the trending dots, back above the trend line. So too early to say. It's possible it kind of loses momentum and then maybe it comes back down, but it's too early to say right now. Still bullish on the daily chart. DXY had broken out of this longer term downward trend line. You can see it a little bit better on the weekly chart. So that's the weekly chart of the dollar. Broke out of this one. Buy signal, came all the way up, came back down, put in a higher low. That's what I'm pointing out here. A low, a higher low, another buy signal, breaking out of this downward trend line there. So that's the dollar weekly chart. Still bullish there. You got a green trending dot, and we'll continue to watch it over there. U.S. 10-year yield has hit 2 of the 4 shorter-term targets so far. Has a buy signal last week and still currently bullish on the weekly chart. And then you got this longer-term third target up here that it never reached at 5.3% roughly. The beginning of it is about 5.1, and the max it kind of reached it was 5%. So VIX flat today, right? Hit 3 of the 4 shorter-term targets for the retracement, and it just hit it real quick, right? So it's been kind of battling out, and I drew this out a while back. You can kind of see this bottoming phase, right? I kind of drew it out like that, and it spiked through it. Hit 3 of the 4 targets to the upside. It looks like it's been putting in higher lows, put in a higher high, right? So yeah, the VIX is being volatile. It's the volatility SP 500, right? And so kind of put this bottoming phase in, and at one point it could explode to the upside. It did just in one daily candle on Tuesday, pumped all the way up to $18 roughly, and then spiked right back down. So spiked up, spiked down. It's very typical for the VIX. Gold 2 of the 4 targets to the downside, pending reverse candle, but it's well below the trailing dots. May not be the bottom, right? May not be. Still trending downward overall on the daily chart. Had a pending sell signal on the weekly chart, but is no longer a pending sell signal. So we will see, but it is back below the trending dots on the weekly chart as well. That's gold. Let's flip over to the Magnificent Seven. Take a look at that. NVIDIA down 1.29%, but still in ultra bullish territory, right? Still in ultra bullish territory. If we zoom out on the weekly chart, right, you can see that this is what we're talking about after it took out the former all-time high. Still trending upward. It's above ANF target 2, and ANF has even reached all the way up to this target up here. And if NVIDIA did something similar, then you can see NVIDIA at $840-ish, right? That would be crazy. That would be pretty insane. So it's still ultra bullish on the weekly chart, still ultra bullish on the daily chart. So I wouldn't be picking tops personally and shorting it, right? But obviously, this is not financial advice, educational purposes only, and hopefully finding a little bit of entertainment along the way. Meta continues to be ultra bullish. This is ANF target 1. You got ANF target 2 up here. It'd be crazy if it comes up and starts hitting some of these targets as well. Took out the former all-time high. That's what I'm pointing out here. Former all-time high, right? It is pumping today 2.75%. Amazon still currently ultra bullish on the weekly chart, but has not taken out the all-time high yet, right? It's possible it does. Microsoft getting a little bit of a breather right before the ANF target 1. It's possible it consolidates for a couple weeks, if not months, or flips right back around, who knows, prior to hitting this target. But took out the all-time high over here, ANF target 1. Tesla up 3.6% today on the weekly chart. It's still in a downtrend overall, right? Daily chart, we've been talking about it and been covering it. Bullish divergence, possible higher low, and now it's starting to make its move to the upside on the daily chart and had that RSI buy signal back here on Thursday the 8th, and looks like a higher low is putting in, higher low, and so we could see a pending buy signal on Tesla in the near future. Could just be a retracement and a spike up because the weekly chart is still bearish as of right now and still going through a phase. But it doesn't mean it won't get a bounce here. And so you could see possibly if it's like a retracement up and then maybe it comes back down for a higher low and then maybe it takes off to the upside after that. So you got the bullish divergence, got the higher low, starting to pump up, could retrace back up. I could see that, or get rejected here, right? Come back down, put in another higher low, and then take off to the upside like that on Tesla. Of course, Rivian would be probably looking very similar to that. For a lot of you who like to look at Rivian, let's see, where is it? Rivian up 4%, right? So Tesla is up less than 4%. Rivian is up 4% above the trading dots. We were talking about it. Could be a low, could be a double bottom, could be a higher low. And also had a buy signal on Thursday the 8th. So it's almost identical, but probably a faster mover than Tesla, right? So there are a lot of similarities on the charts with Rivian and Tesla. So if you're looking at Tesla and Rivian, you know, they seem to be moving very similarly, right? So that's that for that. That's that for that. All right, let's see what else. Where are the Bitcoin miners? Let's take a look at those. PayPal up 1.56% over here on PayPal. Let's see. So kind of talked about this, right? Still waiting for it to get above the trending dots. Came all the way back down, back tested it, this downward trend line at $55 and then bounced, right? Had a reverse candle, possible higher low. There's no pending, there's no buy signal on RSI yet. There's no buy signal. It's not even back above the trending dots. But it's possible this is a low This is possibly a higher low. You got a reverse candle. And so I kind of drew this out back here on last Thursday, February 8th, that maybe it kind of bounces up, comes back down, and then it takes off after that. So still could be going through consolidation. Uh, maybe redraw this something like that, right? So maybe it would look something like that. Maybe even fill that gap or get very close. So it probably looks something like that. This would be a low. Maybe there's another higher low that gets put in, and then breaking out of that downward trend line with a pending buy signal or a buy signal, back above the trading dots, all that stuff on PayPal. Maybe it takes off from there and it finally goes to fill that gap at $72 over there. And then we will see after that. And then, of course, got those longer term targets. You got the 200-week moving average still up here at 144. So got a lot of work to do, but we'll continue to watch it over here. Could be a low at $50. Could be a possible higher low at $55. We will see. Maybe there'll be another higher low at $57, just an eyeball test, and then maybe breaks out from there. So that's PayPal. Teladoc looking good, up 2.88% today. We were talking about a possible higher low, reversal candle, the buy signal, it pumped back up, came back down, put in a higher low, another buy signal, and it's taking off to the upside from there on Teladoc. Starting to look pretty good, in my opinion. Got a pending buy signal on the weekly chart again, right? Pending buy signal on the weekly chart again. And of course, higher probability on the weekly chart that the bottom is in and it starts to break out is going to be, break out of this longer term downward trend line. So still has some work to do as well, but it's looking a lot better. You have this low here on Teladoc. You had a higher low. Looks like it found support at the trending dots. You got a pending buy signal. And then, of course, you start to break out of this downward trend line here. That's another big milestone from there. And then we can see longer term targets get hit after that. So a lot of potential on this one. High risk, high reward. And we'll see how it works out in Teladoc. A lot of these are high risk. Unity software also looking pretty good in my opinion. Like I said, none of this is financial advice, right? A lot of similarities to these stocks, and you got another pending buy signal. Could be breaking out of this downward trend line again and getting back above the trending dots. Pending buy signal, and then kind of flat today, but on the daily chart, it already had the buy signals, right? Had the buy signal breaking out, came all the way back down, put in another higher low, and it's broke out again, right? So that's what we're watching on Unity software. Maybe not this week, but maybe next week it starts to take off to the upside a little bit faster. Still have tomorrow. See if we get that buy signal tomorrow, right? So that's Unity software. Lemonade up 2.5%. Higher probability is going to be above this downward trend line, right? But in my opinion, looking pretty good. Looks like a double bottom down here. Buy signal, consolidated. Back above the trending dots, looking like a higher low. So you've got a low, a double bottom, higher low, right? You've got a peak here. You got a higher high there, right? So if it starts to break out like this, right? Breaks out, and then another milestone is taking out this peak here. That would be another higher high. So we will see on Lemonade, in my personal opinion, starting to look pretty good. It's been bullish, right? Just found support, consolidated. We'll see if it breaks out of this downward trend line, and it could explode from there. We will see. That's Lemonade. What else? Bitcoin mining stocks. Did we cover that already? Did we already? Maybe I skipped it. Bitfarm, ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Came up and hit longer term target 2. We talked about that yesterday, I believe. Nope, hit it today. So I must have changed that today. Weekly chart, like I said, is ultra bullish. Remember, Bitcoin is above longer term target 4. So it's possible Bitfarm goes to target 4, right? What else? Tesla John, what would it take for you to enter a trade on Tesla to the upside? It's breaking neckline on inverse head and shoulders I'm about 10 minutes behind catching up. Thanks. Yeah, you know, I'm already pretty heavily invested in a lot of these stocks that I've talked about, Bitcoin mining stocks, you know, Teladoc, Lemonade, Unity Software, PayPal, a lot of these stocks already. So I don't personally have a plan for Tesla, uh, but at least on the daily chart, uh, you know, I probably would have been looking like today or something, right? So let's see, Tesla. It's getting very cool. This is a weekly chart. It still has some work to do on the weekly chart, but I'd probably be me personally. I'd be looking after the bullish divergence, after the higher low, right? So after the higher low, I would have started to make a move, right? Somewhere probably right around 189 ish, all the way to like probably 200, right? So there's probably a window, right? Because you could still get a pending buy signal, then a buy signal, and that's more than enough. So, that's me personally. You got to have a strategy, and I teach that in the recorded coaching over 60 plus hours. So we can't really cover that here on the live stream, but it would take too much time, right? And I don't have that kind of energy. We put all that work in 2022, and still the exact same, strategy from there. So, probably for me, probably right around that 189 is probably where I would have gotten in personally. So looking back in hindsight, but I didn't. I'm not in Tesla whatsoever. So Apple, bearish on the daily chart still, right? See if it takes out this pivot low here. If it does, that would be putting in a lower low after lower highs, right? So lower lows, lower highs, pending sell signal on the weekly chart for Apple. Will it hold? Will it stick? If so, is it going to, right? Is it going to be a deeper correction on Apple? Something to pay attention to because it's such a big asset. As of right now, it's still above this upward trend line, but it's below the trending dots. And we got a red trending dot. We got a pending sell signal, right? All that. We got a RSI pending sell signal as well on the same candle. So it's possible if it starts breaking down from that longer term upward trend line, we could see Apple coming down much further from here. So something to be aware of. Kind of peaked out there at 199. And it looks like a lower high here, but not confirmed. It'd have to take out this pivot here to confirm that on the lower high on the weekly chart, but on the daily chart for Apple, it's already put in lower highs, and then we'll see if it confirms it by taking out a lower low, right? So that's Apple down 1.12%. Same with Google, right? Had a peak, had a lower high, had a lower low, right? A lower low, taking out this pivot here. And then now you got another pending sell signal gapping down. So something to be aware of, right? Let's see what else. What else? I haven't looked at Veritone in a couple days. Should have. Target one was hit. Looks like, right? Target one was hit on Veritone AI stock. It's ultra bullish on the daily chart. Pumping. You got target two, not too far away. Target three, target four, and then you got the 17% gap fill over there in Veritone. Disney up 0.65%, still ultra bullish on the daily chart. AI still bullish. Path still bullish. Piton. What else? CLSK up 3%, still ultra bullish. Bitfarm, Marathon Digital, Riot. We gonna make it. Hive looking good. Woo, up 3.23% today. Nice. Good to see it. Hut, bullish. Wolf is bullish, right? MIGI is not. MIGI was down 21% today and is down like 68%. So this is why we, like to have multiple. Excuse me. So why we like to have multiple assets because they don't always perform the way we want them to. So this is a Bitcoin mining stock that has not flipped around yet. is down about 63% from that peak up here at about $4.40, and is down 21% today alone, right? So will it find support? Probably. When? We don't know. It's still breaking down from here. So that's MIGI down 21%, and could be a good buy in the near future, but not picking bottoms here. We'll wait for a higher probability reversal. Maybe it's going to find support here. We don't know. Too early to call it, but it was down 21%. That's pretty much it for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, right? Dot, covered all that. What else? And then we got a couple of requests here, so we'll take a look at that. Shop up 3%, pending buy signal, could be flipping back around. ARKB, yeah, not really interested in the Bitcoin ETFs because there's no chart history. It's just my own personal preference over there. To each their own. Ooh, ADA BTC. Is that pumping? 4.85%. Ooh. There we go. Pending buy signal on ETH BTC. It was a pending buy signal this morning. Then we flipped over to it. It was not pending a buy signal. Now it's pending a buy signal again. So as Ethereum coin earnings today. Yeah, be careful with the earnings. Just because what happens is they manipulate stock prices based off of earnings. It could be positive earnings after hours, and they gap it down like we've seen on PayPal. They gap it down 15, 20%, right, on positive earnings. Negative earnings, they can pump it up, right? So it's like a 50-50 coin flip. So just be aware of that. If you're in it to win it down here, and maybe you're not concerned about it when you got in at 128, but getting in now, right? They could gap it down overnight. So just be on the aware of that for the earnings. Let's see. I thought that was my dog. She's not even in here. Let's see. Where are some of the requests in here? BNB, Lawrence. All right, you got it. I have it on here. Let's see if I can find it quickly. If not, then I'll add it to it. I think I have. That's BNC. I know I have BNB on here. Let's see. Well, just to save time, let's just type in BNB. BNB. There we go. Got it. Ultra bullish on the daily chart, Lawrence. Ultra bullish on the weekly chart. That was kind of like the last breakout in the weekly chart. Had the buy signal at 241 BNB. It looks like a higher low, and then regained the 200-week moving average with another buy signal at 263. And then it looks like another possible higher low after consolidation. So ultra bullish on the daily chart, ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Monthly chart looks positive, right? 2-week chart, also bullish on the 2-week chart, monthly chart, all that. BNB versus BTC. I don't think I've had that one before. Let's take a look at it. It's definitely not on there right now. So Bitcoin, Binance versus Bitcoin. Let's take a look at it. So that's the 2-week chart. Could be a low, could be a possible higher low. Let's drop down to lower time frames. Could be a low, could be a possible higher low. Too early to say. Daily chart. So the higher time frames are still bearish. It's kind of guessing right now, but you have a low here. You have a possible higher low. You got a pending reverse candle. So if you start getting back above on the daily chart, back above the trending dots, start to get a possible pending buy signal similar to Ethereum and possibly ADA in the near future, then we could possibly start to see Binance coin versus Bitcoin start to make its move. You could even draw out this trend line like this as a higher probability, more aggressive, maybe something like that. Kind of a fake out, came all the way back down, see if it kind of breaks out from there. So that is that on BNB. Hope that helps. Comments. Let's see what else. Yep. WBD stock, right? Warner Brothers. So let's go to stocks. WBD. for per 06, Warner Brothers. There it is. Got it. So a lot of similarities with what we just talked about. Could be a possible low, multiple reversal candles. You see if the daily candle gets back above the trending dots. See if it gets a pending buy signal. See if it gets a buy signal after that, right? Got a pretty aggressive downward trend line from there. Here, let me redraw that. Let me zoom in here on Warner Brothers. So you got a trend line like that and kind of draw it out a little bit better. Connect the dots, right? So you got this pretty big downward consolidation, possible low, reverse candle breaking out of the downward trend line again. Could get back above the trending dots. And then if so, Warner Brothers could take off to the upside, possibly. Not even a buy signal on RSI yet, right? This isn't even a low here. Is that a low? Let's see. Let's turn that off for a second. Yeah, this is a low. This is a possible higher low, and maybe it takes off from there. So let's flip over the weekly chart, though. Weekly chart is still currently bearish. Daily chart is still currently bearish. So a lot of cautions. And but this could be the ultimate low. This could be a higher low over here on the weekly chart. And of course, a higher probability is going to be getting back above that downward trend line, right? So this still has a lot of work to do, in my opinion. So that's what we're kind of watching over there, right? Warner Brothers, that would be the higher probability longer term. You get the 200-week moving average up there at $21. Price is currently at $10. At one point, Warner Brothers was way up here at $78. So it is quite a bit of a discount right now. All the way to the low was 88.5%. Currently, right now, down 87% from the all-time highs. It's been going through a long time market correction since March 2021. And then long-term bullish divergence, right? Bullish divergence. We will see. Hasn't retested the 200-week moving average since February 2022. So a lot of potential there, but maybe not quite ready yet, unless you're being a little more aggressive per 06. Hope that helps. Coin, good morning, snipers. G-Rod, welcome back. Lawrence, thanks. You got it. You got it. Per 06, you got it. With that, I think we're going to call it right at 37 minutes. Thank you again for all of your support. I appreciate it. Thanks for sharing these live streams, these videos. Thanks for smashing the like button. Thanks for smashing that subscribe button. Help me, help you, help me, and we'll continue to sniper the markets together. Thank you, and hope you have a good rest of your day.